Let's see. Merwrangler Sean! Merwrangler Sean, I'm calling you on my shell phone. Merwrangler Sean! Where is he?
It's not your cell phone.
It's my shell phone!
No, everyone's up here.
Up where?
Up here.
I don't see anybody. I need some lights in here. I can't see anything. Where are my friends?
I think they're right in here, in this camera, right here.
I don't see them in there. Why aren't they calling me on my shell phone?
That doesn't work that way. But,
I'm so lonely. I just want to talk to my friends.
well, you can still talk to them.
Okay.
They're right here.
In this?
Yeah.
Hello, are you in there? Hi. Well, let's move this out of the way and maybe turn some lights on and then maybe I'll see them better. I thought when you said we were going to use the phone, we were going to use my shell phone. Oh, well that's better.
Brighter.
So you're telling me I don't need to use my shell phone at all for this to work?
Yep.
They can see me
They can see you.
in your shell phone?
Yep.
Really?
Really.
But I can't see them?
Nope.
Oh, wow. Hi everybody! It's so nice to not see you, but I guess you can see me. I thought I would be talking to you on my shell phone, but merwrangler Sean says that's not how this works. So today I've been feeling a little lonely. Have you been feeling a little lonely? You see, right now I can't go see all my mermaid friends that I would normally go see right now. Normally at this time of year, I am at Mermaid Cove in St. Margaret's Bay, and I don't get to be there right now because mermaids can get sick really easily, so all the mermaids either have to stay in the ocean and stay apart from each other, or I can stay here with merwrangler Sean in his tub. It's not very big though, is it? Not exactly a lot of room for a mermaid, but that's okay because at least I get to have my friend merwrangler Sean and his kitty friends. I like to call them mermaids, and I have all these fun things to do. Are you feeling a little lonely lately, right now too? Maybe you're not going to school, are you? That must be strange. And, oh, we can take that down. You caught me. You caught me, yay! Yeah, maybe you're feeling a little lonely too because you're not going to school right now. Maybe you don't get to go to birthday parties. Maybe you don't get to play with your friends outside right now. It's kind of lonely, isn't it? Well, I thought that if we could talk to each other on the shell phone, then maybe we wouldn't be so lonely anymore. But before we get started, I need to get this water ready, and I need to get myself ready. So merwrangler Sean, this is fresh water. I specifically requested salt water. So I need some salt. Let me see that. I asked for salt water and this is what you give me? That's not enough. Merwrangler Sean, I need more. That's not enough. What do you think we're doing? Making seafood chowder here? A little pinch of salt? That's not enough. I need a lot. Please and thank you. That looks more better. That looks exactly like what I need. Why, thank you. All right, while I get my tub ready, how has everyone's weekend been going? Are you having a good weekend? It's nice that there's sun. Oh, that feels so much better. Mermaids live in salt water, you know. Sometimes I can go in chlorine, sometimes I can go in the lake, but really I need lots and lots of salt. That's what helps keep my scales nice and shiny. Okay, next merwrangler Sean, I need to make sure I look presentable for my talk with my friends, so maybe I should comb my hair a little bit. It's kind of messy. Please and thank you. What the heck is that? Let me see it. No, let me see it. What am I supposed to do with this? I need a dingle hopper, please. Yeesh, Merwrangler Sean, we've been organizing for this for a week. Yes, a dingle hopper. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, I'll make myself look presentable so that I look nice for all of my friends who are on the live stream. Oh, look, do you see that my little friend I've got here, like it's a little rubber ducky and it has a mermaid tail, just like I do? Okay, how does that look? Does that look a little better? Okay, I'm gonna fluff out my fins. Oh my gosh, it's not easy trying to fit in a bathtub, you know. I really would much rather be in the ocean with my friends right now. I very much miss my friends. Things have been a little weird lately in the human world. And normally I say the human world is a mess anyway. I mean, the mermaid world is definitely better. And you'll have to forgive me because sometimes I get my words wrong. I'm used to speaking mermish, but not many mermaids know English. And I know English and mermish, and sometimes I get them mixed up. Do some of you know mermish? I think I maybe taught some of you mermish before, didn't I? I've got so much knots in my hair because I don't get to be in the ocean right now. Perfect, thank you, Merwrangler Sean. You're such a good helper. Okay, so I wanted to do this because I was telling Merwrangler Sean that I felt lonely, and he said that we could do a live stream through my cell phone and that I could see all my friends and that maybe I wouldn't feel so lonely anymore. Right now, it's really important that we all stay home. Do you know why it's important that we stay home? Because there's some germs out there right now that could make us all very sick. And when we stay home, we keep the germs from being able to go from one person to the next person or to a mermaid too. So you're helping mermaids, you're helping people, you're helping babies, you're helping sick people who are in the hospital, you're helping grandmas and grandpas. Oh my gosh, you are such great helpers. It's so amazing. But I know that sometimes it doesn't feel so amazing, does it? Because we're stuck home, we don't get to see our friends at school, we don't get to go to basketball or hockey or volleyball. I mean, not that I can do those things anyway, because as you know, flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, walking along down those, what do you call it? Oh, a street with your feet. Yeah. So, I just wanted to let you know that it's okay if you feel a little sad right now, because I feel a little sad too. And it's okay if you feel a little lonely right now, because I feel a little lonely too. But the nice thing is that you still get to spend time with your family, and you still get to spend time with your pets and your toys and your games. And you can do things like this where you can talk to people using the cell phone, or you can do a video call, which is really cool. Sometimes I do those underwater, and that's a nice way to get to spend time with people too, isn't it? I want you to know that even though it's a little sad and lonely right now, that there's still lots of fun things we can do, and also it's not going to stay this way forever. Soon things are going to change and we'll be able to get back to normal little by little by little, and then soon it'll be totally normal. And I hope that when everything is normal again, you can come visit me at the beach, or you can come visit me in my mermaid tank, or you could come visit me at the pool, because I really miss you and I'd like to give you a hug. It's kind of been so strange for me. I'm used to spending so much time with my people and my mermaid pod. Oh, I miss my mermaid pod. I miss Mermaid Mimi. I miss Mermaid Nessie. I miss Mermaid Victoria. I have so many mermaid friends, and you know what? I made new mermaid friends, and you haven't even gotten to meet them yet. I can't wait for you to meet them. And you know, Merwrangler Sean, I was thinking, some of our friends have birthdays right now. Did you know that?
Birthday?
Yes! Some of our friends, we were supposed to go to their birthday parties, and some of our friends, they were going to have big birthday parties, but now they're having family birthday parties instead. I thought that maybe all of us who are watching this video, maybe we could sing them happy birthday. What do you think? Do you think that would be good? I think we should do that. And I have been learning an instrument. So now I can play an instrument to help us sing happy birthday. So I have 3 friends with birthdays, but I'm sure there's more of you out there with birthdays, so we can sing it for everyone. Let me see. Do you know what this is? This is a ukulele. I love it. It comes from Hawaii, and it's got 4 strings. And I thought we could play a little happy birthday. I have to try not to get it wet though, because ukuleles aren't supposed to go in the water. We don't have these things underwater, just like we don't have chocolate or pizza or movies. So let me see if I can remember how to play happy birthday, and then I'll tell you who we're going to play it for. Let's see, what's the best way to sit here? Birthdays that we're gonna sing to, okay? We have Thea and Anya and Alex. So we're gonna sing it 3 times for Thea, Anya, and Alex. Let's see how we do it, okay? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Thea. Happy birthday to you. That's not too bad. I'm a little rusty. I need your help. You gotta sing louder. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Anya. Happy birthday to you. Not too bad. I think we've got it. Let's see. One more for Alex. Are you ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alex. Happy birthday to you. Isn't it so neat that I learned to do something new? Are you learning to do something new while you're home right now? It's okay if you're not, but sometimes it's really fun to try something new. So I am learning the ukulele because I can't do it underwater. I can only do it when I'm on land. I'm gonna give my ukulele to merwrangler Sean though, so I don't drop it in the tub. That would be bad. Thank you, merwrangler Sean. You're such a great helper. I really like spending time with you. You're such a good friend. Well, next I thought I could show you some treasures that I brought from the ocean, because since I'm feeling a little bit homesick, I thought it would be nice to have some of my ocean treasures with me. So let's see what I've got. This is my treasure box, and it's got all of my treasures in it. And merwrangler Sean, when I'm done showing the treasure box, I'm going to show some other things, and I might need your help to pass them to me because I don't have tentacles, so I can't have 8 arms to reach. Let's see. Oh my goodness. This is one of my best friends. It's not really him, but it reminds me of him. This is Hermes, the hermit crab. Do you know what is special about hermit crabs? That's right. They carry their shell, which is their home, around with them everywhere they go. And Hermes can be kind of grumpy sometimes. Oh, he pinched me. Sometimes he pinches me because he gets grouchy. If you're going to pick up a hermit crab, you have to pick them up very carefully by their shell, and then you put your hand nice and flat, and you put the hermit crab right on your hand nice and flat like that. What's really neat about hermit crabs is that when he grows out of his shell, all of the other hermit crabs are going to get into a lineup, and they're going to pass the shell down the lineup to see which shell is going to fit which hermit crab, so they can take turns finding new houses. It must be nice right now being a hermit crab, because you can take your house with you anywhere. So as long as they're keeping their distance from each other, they still have their home with them anywhere. Wouldn't that be kind of weird if we could take our home with us? I don't know if I could carry a big shell on my back though. It seems like it might be kind of heavy. Anyway, that's my friend Hermes. He's so fun. He kind of matches my tail colors, doesn't he? I think I might put him up here. He can sit there and watch everything. Ooh, what else do I have? Oh, I have so many treasures. So many treasures. I love treasures. Do any of my friends know what this is? If you've seen us at the library, I bet you've seen these before. Merwrangler Sean, I might get you to hold them up closer to the camera because I think I might be far away. Great. This is a sand dollar, and this sand dollar is no longer alive. It's okay to take ones that are no longer alive, but if they're still alive, you need to put them back in the ocean. And here's how you can tell. When you flip the sand dollar over, there's a little hole here. And if that hole is empty, it means that there's no longer anything living in there, and it's just a shell. But if you flip it over and you can see something that kind of looks like skin in there, it means that the sand dollar is still living inside of here, so it's good to put them back in the ocean. Sand dollars are a lot like our fingerprints. All of our fingerprints are unique. That means that your fingerprint is different than everyone else's fingerprint in the whole world. And the sand dollar is the same. They each have a unique pattern on the back. This one kind of looks like a tree, and when you turn it around, it kind of looks like a star too. Now, you might notice that there is a little piece missing out of here. I got kind of hungry one day and I bit it, and then I had to go see Dr. Nada to fix my teeth. So, you know, don't bite shells. You shouldn't use your teeth to open things. I learned that the hard way, but in the ocean, that's what we do. It's different than humans, so sometimes I learn things differently. One of my friends, Doug, is a paleontologist. Do you know what a paleontologist is? I bet some of you do. That's right! Paleontologist studies fossils, usually dinosaurs, but there are many ocean fossils, and Doug sends me ocean fossils so that I can have them in my treasure collection and show them to my friends. So what is a fossil? It's kind of like a skeleton of an animal that used to live a really long time ago, and the paleontologists dig it out of the ground. So I'm going to get Merwrangler Sean to come hold up some of them for me so that you can see. Sounds good.
Yeah.
This is a trilobite. It's like a little horseshoe crab. And it lived millions of years ago when there were dinosaurs. Isn't that crazy? Here you go. You can put that one down and show this one. This one is a little pipefish. That's so cool. This one, I think this one was a lungfish, I forget. But you can see the whole thing, and it lived millions of years ago. That's so crazy. We've got this one. There's a big trilobite, if you want to show them that one. I wish you were here with me, my friends, so that you can hold them in your hands. This is a really, really old clamshell from like millions of years ago. It looks like a nautilus. And here's another one. Now I've got an example of one that we have right now and one that used to be a fossil. So this is the one we have right now, and this is the one that is a fossil. So this is like, they haven't changed that much in all these millions of years. It's kind of cool. Thank you, Merwrangler Sean. You're such a good helper. Here's a bigger one that they can look at. Ooh, I've got some teeth too. Whoa, this one is a prehistoric seal's tooth, I think. I don't have my notes with me. Doug will have to correct me. It's a tooth. Could you imagine leaving that tooth for the toothberry? It's so crazy.
Oh no.
And this one is a whale tooth, but it's one of the smaller whale teeth. From so long ago. I think that's so crazy. Oh yes. He wrote it down, trilobite from the 430 mine period. That's so neat. Cool. I think I have just a few more I'm going to show you in my nature box. These are some examples of the different snail shells that a hermit crab might use, which is kind of cool. And when you have bigger ones like this, you call it a conch shell, and you can hear the ocean. That's why I call it my shell phone. Do you think this one would fit him if he got a little bit bigger? I think he could fit like his entire shell already in it. That's so crazy. Here, Merwrangler Sean, if you don't mind, I'm gonna get you to show them the snail shells. Maybe you turn them around. Thanks for your help. Pretty cool. Last but not least, I'm gonna show you one of these. Does anybody know what this is? I'm sure you know what it is. What is it? It's a starfish, that's right. Now what happens if a starfish loses its leg? Maybe like a little bird comes along and goes, ow. It grows back. Isn't that crazy? It grows back. When the starfish has its mouth in the center, and what happens is when it finds a yummy tasty clam or a snail, it actually spits its entire stomach out of its mouth and eats it and then sucks it back in. Isn't that gross? They're pretty gross, but they can't hurt you. I like to put them nice and flat on my hand and you can feel their feet. But this starfish isn't alive. It's really important that starfish and any creatures that you take out of the ocean to look at, that you're very gentle with them and then you put them right back in the ocean. It's better if you don't touch them and you just look at them from afar. But sometimes you might be trying to save them and rescue them. Starfish wash up on the beach a lot, so it's nice to pick them up and put them back in the ocean so that predators don't get them and so that they don't dry out. Like this poor guy dried out. Okay, I'm gonna put these in here and give this back to Merwrangler Sean. And what I need next, Merwrangler Sean, is my turtle. See, he's over there. Can you reach him? Oh, you're so great. Thank you. Did anybody see my video on the Weather Network about getting to rescue baby turtles with Merwrangler Sean? It was the most amazing thing ever. What happens is the baby turtles hatch out of the sand and they're supposed to crawl to the ocean. But then they got confused by the lights and they thought the lights in the city were the moon. So they crawled the wrong way towards the lights. So Merwrangler Sean and I had to go find the turtles and pick them up and take them down to the ocean and let them crawl to the ocean. It was really amazing. Sea turtles are really special. They've got a leather shell right here, and that's their home that they carry around on their back, just like, that's right, just like Hermes. They carry their shell with them. He's got a tail, he's got nice flippers, and he actually has a mouth that's just like a bird. It's called a beak. And inside his throat is very special so that he can eat special animals. Let me show you what he can eat. Well, I've got some with me. Not real ones though, because they would hurt me. What are these? What are these? You know what they are. You've seen them at the beach, haven't you? They're jellyfish. What happens if you touch a jellyfish? What happens? Oh, what happens? Oh, you get a sting, don't you? Well, the turtle doesn't get stung when he eats the jellyfish. He comes along and he sees the jellyfish and he goes, peanut butter jellyfish time. I'm so excited to eat this. And he eats it. Isn't that crazy? Could you imagine eating a jellyfish? I don't know. I think they'd be kind of slimy and they'd hurt your mouth. Some are so icky looking and then some are so pretty. But I've got to show you something though. There's something tricky about jellyfish in the ocean. Let me see. What's this? This is an extinct Sobeys bag. I say extinct because Sobeys doesn't have these bags anymore, do they? They have great reusable bags. But I kept this one because I like to show it to my friends to show them something. What do you think this bag looks like if it's in the water? What does it look like if it's floating around? What do you think that might look like? Let me ask you another question. Can you see very well underwater? I know you can if you're wearing goggles. But if you don't have goggles on, what does it look like when you open your eyes underwater? Does it look a little blurry? Have you ever been swimming and swam into a plastic bag and freaked out because you thought it was a creature of some sort? Yeah, well, when the plastic bag is in the water, it's very confusing to our turtle friend, and he thinks it's a jellyfish. And so the turtle comes along and he goes, peanut butter jellyfish time, and he eats the plastic bag. Yikes. Do Do you feel like having a plastic bag for lunch? No? How about a plastic bag for supper? No? What about for snack? Yeah, me either. Blech, yuck. I couldn't imagine trying to eat a plastic bag. Gross. But that's what happens when the plastic and the garbage gets into the ocean. Sometimes it breaks down into teeny tiny little pieces, and the turtle and Hermes and the sharkies and all the other animals, they can't tell that it's garbage because animals don't have garbage. Garbage is only something that humans make. Mermaids don't have garbage either. It's just something that humans make. And so the animals don't know it's garbage. They don't know that they shouldn't eat it. They're just really, really hungry and it looks like a jellyfish, so he eats it. And then that makes them very sick. It makes his belly very sick. And sometimes they die. And when they die and they end up on the beach, the scientists come and they look at them to find out why they died. And it was because they ate all the plastic. So that's not really very good. So what can we do about it to make sure that it's not going into the ocean anymore? Let me show you some tricks that I have. So I'm gonna let my turtle swim here. So at Sobeys, instead of using these plastic bags, we have reusable bags now, don't we? I have a special reusable bag, and I'm gonna get merwrangler Sean to pass me a couple more things too. How about all of those books and that? Oh my gosh, you know what I forgot? I'll do this next. Thanks. I have so many ideas that I wanted to share with my friends that it's hard to remember them all. What does this look like? Does it look like a shark? Well, I've got a surprise for you. It's not really a shark. Watch this. It's a reusable bag that I can carry around with me. See? So this is one way that we can keep the plastic from going into the ocean. Instead of using plastic bags, we can use reusable bags. And a reusable bag means that you can use it over and over and over again to put your things in, to put your food in, to put your school stuff in. This one has a mermaid on it. It's from my friend Spin Folk. I love it. Another thing you can do is instead of using containers to throw away your drinks, you can use reusable containers. This one is good for cold and hot drinks, and it's in my favorite mermaid colors, and it can go in your dishwasher and you can wash it, and that way I can use that instead of having to throw it out. But if I did use a plastic bottle, where would it go? Do I put it in the garbage? No. Do I throw it on the ground? No. You know better than that. Put it in the recycling, right? We talk about reduce, reuse, and recycle. When we say things like reduce, that means that we're choosing not to use plastic when we can. So instead of using the plastic bag, we use the reusable bag. Reuse means we find something that we can reuse every time, like my bag or this. And then recycle means we put it in the recycling bin. But we try to not have to use as many things that go in the recycling bin. Let me show you something else I like to use. Do you ever go out to McDonald's or Burger King or KFC or A&W or Dairy Queen? I can't remember them all, merwrangler Sean. What else is there? Where else do people like to go? We don't have that stuff under the sea. They have a lot of plastic forks and knives and spoons and straws, and you can get reusable ones to take with you. I have mine in a little bag like this, because sometimes merwrangler Sean likes to take me to all these human places like the movie theater, because we don't have movies in the ocean. This is one thing you can use as a reusable straw. This one is a squishy one so you can bite it. I like being able to bite my straws. It's squishy and easy to use. Not everybody can use a reusable straw, and that's okay. But if you're somebody who can use a reusable straw, it's really nice to use it instead of one that you're going to throw out. And then I also have metal reusable straws too. And this one looks like kind of rainbowy, and it comes with a special cleaner so that I can just put it in there and clean it. Or you can just put it in your dishwasher. And then I've got my reusable cutlery. Oh look, I have another straw in there. Oh look, a new dingle hopper! It's so pretty too. I love it. So there, I've got a bunch of those. So that's a good thing you can do too. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Oh, that reminds me of another song I wanted to share. First I should get rid of this. Can I give this to you, merwrangler Sean? This is my one that I use for demonstrations. Okay, so before I do my next demonstration, I want to put some soap in my tub. I need some soap, and I was thinking of a bath bomb. Do you like bath bombs? I love bath bombs! We don't have them in the ocean. Here's my reusable bag. merwrangler Sean got me a bath bomb. Look, looks like a rocket ship. We don't have those in the sea either. Although sometimes we get submarines and they're really cool, and I like to freak the people out in the submarines. I swim up to the window and I freak them out. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen if I put this in here. I don't know. Woo! I love it. Ooh, it's all nice and blue. Look at that. So you remember earlier when we were talking about how we're all staying home right now because we're trying not to spread germs from people to mermaids and all that stuff? Well, one of the best things that you can do is wash your hands really, really well. Because when we wash our hands, it gets rid of all the germs. So I like to sing a song when I wash my hands, and it's a very easy song. Some of you might know it. I think a lot of the older kids might remember it from when they were in preschool, and maybe some of the little kids remember it from preschool. But it goes like this. It's really easy. It goes, wash, wash, wash your hands many times a day. Scrub and rub and rinse and dry and germs will go away. And that's how I remember how to do it. So when you're washing your hands, you want to make sure you're getting the flat parts and the tops of your hands and in between the fingers. And you see how I have jewelry on? I have my rings on. You want to take your rings off and get underneath them too. In between your fingers. You want to do your thumbs, and you can do your thumbs like this. You want to go up on your wrists. And you can take more soap, more water. My hands are going to be stained a little blue from this, I think. So are my scales. It's turning the water blue. I love it. It's so cool. We're having a bath party. It's kind of like a pool party, but really small. These are just so cool. So do you want to try singing it with me? We'll try it together. Wash, wash, wash your hands many times a day. Scrub and rub and rinse and dry and germs will go away. It's nice to sing songs because they say that you need to wash your hands for 20 seconds. So you can count. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can sing the alphabet, A, B, C, D. Or you can sing one of your favorite songs. Do you have any favorite songs? There's lots of songs that I like to listen to when I come on land. We have a different type of music underwater. It's not quite the same. Have you ever heard the whales sing? Oh yeah, there are some pretty cool whale singers out there. They're my favorite. Okay, look at the crazy colors this is making my tub. I love it. It's a good thing it's not a real turtle or a real jellyfish. Okay, I think I'm gonna show you a few more things and then we're gonna read a story and then we're going to answer your questions. So if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments, or your parents or your family can do that, and then merwrangler Sean will read the questions to me and I'll answer them, okay? So first I'm going to show you a few more things, which means I need to dry my hands. Oh, I should put my ducky in here. Oh, how about my hammerhead shark? How many of you are scared of sharks? Are you scared of sharks? Do you know that I swam with sharks? They were very friendly. I really liked it. I have a favorite shark, and maybe if you've been to the library, you know about my favorite shark. The problem is he's not very pretty. So if I show him to you, can you promise that you won't laugh at him? Because he's kind of weird looking and he's really shy. So you promise not to laugh? Okay, I'm gonna show him. You ready? Did you see it? What do you mean you can't see it? Aren't you fast like mermaids? Let's try again. Did you see it? This is my friend, the mega mouth shark. Have you seen him on Discovery Channel? He has a huge, huge mouth. A giant mouth. Like, let me show you how big his mouth is. Take your hands, go like this, and we're gonna open them to see how big his mouth is, okay? His mouth is big, 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 big. It's like that big. Like, that's why they call him Mega Mouth Shark. And guess what he eats? He eats things that are little, teeny tiny, like the size of my Eco Sparkles. These are special sparkles. They can go in the water because they're not pollution. That tiny. Teeny tiny. Squeeze your fingers and look through it. That's how teeny tiny the food is that he eats. So, do you think you need to be scared of that shark? This funny old mega mouth shark? No, you don't have to be scared of him. There's also a whale shark. He's really big. You don't have to be scared of him. In Nova Scotia, where I live, there are no shark attacks. There's some big sharks that live out deep in the water, but they're not really interested in eating people. Sharks are really important. One of the things that the sharks eat are jellyfish. And when the sharks are eating the jellyfish, it keeps the jellyfish from being all over the beaches. And then we don't have to worry. The sharks are part of the food chain. So even though they can be a little bit scary sometimes, it's really important that we respect sharks because they're very important to the environment. And you know what? They're pretty friendly too. I've swam with sharks. And when you're done watching this video, you should go on YouTube with your parents or your family and you should look up Hannah Mermaid Swims with Sharks. That's my friend Hannah, and she swims with sharks all the time because she wants to make sure that people aren't scared of them. And oh my gosh, she has swam with some really big sharks. It is so cool. I love it. So that's what I wanted to show you. The last thing I'm going to do before I answer questions is I want to read you my favorite mermaid book. It reminds me a lot about Mermaid Kristen, and you'll see why soon. So we're going to read this story, and then we're going to answer some questions. Does that sound good? Okay, so this is called The Singing Mermaid by Julia Donaldson and Lydia Monks. And she's got a beautiful green tail and orange hair, kind of like mine. Did you ever go to Silver Sands on a sunny summer's day? Then perhaps you saw the mermaid who sang in the deep blue bay. She sang to the fish in the ocean, to the haddock, the hake and the ling, and they flashed their scales and swished their tails to hear the mermaid sing. I like to sing sometimes, but I don't know if I can sing as pretty as she can. I like to sing the Frozen songs. And sometimes the singing mermaid sang to the silvery shore. She sat and combed her golden hair, and then she sang some more. She sang to the cockles and mussels, she sang to the birds on the wing, and the seashells clapped and the seagulls flapped to hear the mermaid sing. I think seagulls are kind of funny. Do you remember on Finding Nemo when the seagulls were like, mine, mine, mine? This is my favorite. When Sam's Sly Circus came to town, Sam took a stroll by the sea. He heard the mermaids singing, and he rubbed his hands with glee. He said, I can make you famous. I can make you rich. He said, you shall swim in a pool of marble and sleep on a fine feather bed. You shall sing for the lords and the ladies, and you shall sing for the queens and the king, and young and old will pay good gold to hear the mermaids sing. I don't know about this Sam guy. I'm not sure. Don't go, cried the seagulls, and the seagulls warned, he lies. But the mermaid listened to old Sam Sly and smiled as she waved her goodbyes. I wonder what's gonna happen. And he took her away to the circus, and he sang to the crowds round the ring. And more came the deafening roar when they heard the mermaid sing. Look, she has a clamshell chair just like I do. Look at that. It looks just like mine. That's funny. Now, the mermaid shared a caravan with Annie the acrobat. Oh, that's like Mermaid Kristen. Excuse me. I think I breathed in a sparkle. And Ding Dong the circus dog and Bella the circus cat. And she made good friends with the jugglers and the man who swallowed fire and the clown with the tumble-down trousers and the woman who walked on a wire. Excuse me. Don't breathe in glitter. Oh, I should show you the picture. Sometimes I forget you're not here in real life. You're watching on a screen. That looks like my mermaid tank. But she wasn't friends with old Sam Sly. No, she didn't care for him, for he made her live in a fish tank where there wasn't room to swim. And there was no pool of marble, there was no feather bed. And when she begged him, set me free, he laughed. And he shook his head. See, I don't mind being in my mermaid tank for a little bit. Then we can get pictures together and I can be on land, but I wouldn't want to live in my mermaid tank. All summer long their circus toured, all autumn, winter, spring, and many a crowd cheered long and loud to hear the mermaid sing. Oh. Do you think she sang that song? I think that's Ariel's song. But the mermaid dreamed of silver sands, and she longed for the deep blue sea. And her songs grew sad, and again she said, I beg you, set me free. But again he laughed, and he shook his head, and he told her, no such thing. Here you will stay while people pay to hear the mermaid sing. We have a word for people like Sam. It's called greedy. Poor mermaid. At Silver Sands, a seagull was flying to his nest, when on the breeze he heard a song, the song which he loved best. And he followed the song to the caravan. Sam Sly was about to lock it. The seagull watched as he turned the key and slipped it inside his pocket. I wonder if the seagull is going to be able to help. The seagull waited till Sam had gone. Then he perched on the windowsill and tap, tap, tap at the window. He tapped with his yellow bill. Come back to the Silver Sands. It's only a mile away. I can find the key and set you free if you'll come back home to the bay. Escape, barked the dog. Escape, meowed the cat. But the mermaid sighed. I'd fail, for how could I walk to Silver Sands when I only have a tail? Oh, I know that problem. How does Raina get around when she only has a tail? Merwrangler Sean has to carry me, or they put me in a wheelchair, or they put me on a dolly. It's so hard getting around when all you have is a tail. Like this, cried Annie the acrobat, as she stood upon her hands. This is the way, the only way, to get to Silver Sands. Right hand, left hand, tail up high. There's really nothing to it. I'll give you lessons every night. You'll soon learn how to do it. Oh my gosh, she is walking on her hands. That's what Mermaid Kristen does. She's an acrobat. That is so smart. I wonder if Mermaid Kristen could teach me how to do that. Then I could walk on my hands. Wouldn't that be funny if I walked on my hands to get into the mermaid tank? Next week, while Sam was snoring, the seagull stole the key. He carried it off to the caravan, and he set the mermaids free. And he flew ahead to guide her, and she walked upon her hands, all along the moonlit road that led to Silver Sands. That's so crazy! I don't know how they do that. I have to learn how to do that. And the creatures on the seashore and the fish beneath the foam jumped and splashed and danced with joy to have their mermaid home. And she sang to the cockles and mussels, and she sang to the birds on the wing, and the seashells clapped and the seagulls flapped. to hear the mermaid sing. I think she sings better than Mermaid Raina does. And if you go down to Silver Sands and swim in the Bay of Blue, perhaps you'll see the mermaid, and perhaps she'll sing for you. Have some of you seen me at the beach? Or Mermaid Mimi? Or Mermaid Nessie? Or Mermaid Amma? Some of the mermaids? I think some of you have come to see us at the beach sometimes. Isn't that funny? Well, now that I'm all done my story, if you would like to ask me some questions in the comments, merwrangler Sean will read them to me, and then I will tell them to you.
Some viewers.
Oh, hi Rilla! Hi Jana! Yes, I do have new tail colors right now because I've been kind of lonely and I wanted to change my colors to look different. Do you like it? I can change my colors on my tail just like camouflage. Do you know what camouflage means? It means that you can change your colors to match your surroundings, and an octopus can do it, and a squid can do it, and mermaids can do it. So we change our colors sometimes. I still really like orange though, so I usually always have a little bit of orange. That's so fun. So, oh my goodness, and Alicia's kids are on here too. I love it. Do we have any questions for Mermaid Sean?
Not too many questions.
In the comments?
Some people are losing their internet connections because they're probably really busy today because they're on the internet.
That's okay. It's a busy time. Well, my friends, I had a lot of fun today, and I'm really, really thankful that we got to spend this time together. I just want to remind you that it's okay if you feel a little sad or lonely right now, but just remember that this is not going to last forever, and very soon we will all be able to swim together again. When these scary things happen, it's really good to look at all the great helpers and remember that you are a helper too. By staying home, you are helping to keep lots of people safe. You're keeping little babies safe. You're keeping grandparents safe. You're keeping sick people safe. You're keeping mermaids safe. So thank you. Thank you so much to my friends for thinking of me and keeping me safe so that I don't get sick. I really appreciate it, and I really, really, really miss you. Happy birthday to all of my friends who have had birthdays and who are going to have birthdays, and mums and dads, and grandmas and grandpas, and aunts and uncles, and parents, and all the adults in the family. You can look at our Facebook page, and whenever we are going to start doing bookings again, we'll let you know, and a lot of our public bookings are free. So we would love to see you at our mermaid tank show or some of the pool swims, and you can give us a big hug. And sometimes Mermaid Raina gets to walk around with legs.
Take it for a second.
Oh, okay. These are questions.
Some questions and some thank yous.
Oh, great. This is not like my shell phone at all. This is so weird looking. So sometimes you might see me walking around with my legs. For my friends who have known me for a very long time, I can have legs for 2 hours and then my tail comes back. And I like to go to the library because I can't have books underwater. And I like to go to movies because we don't have movies underwater. And if you see me walking around with my legs, try not to laugh at me because I'm a little clumsy. I trip sometimes. It's a little embarrassing. I'm not very good at walking. But if you see me with my legs, you can come up and say hi to Mermaid Raina and merwrangler Sean. I'm just gonna look. Alex says thank you for the birthday song. Oh, you're so welcome, Alex. Happy birthday. Thank you from Allie and Lyndon. Oh, there's Mermaid Kristen. That's who I was talking about. She's an amazing acrobat. Hi, Mermaid Aurora. Hi, Alora and Avalon. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Mermaid Thea, for tuning in. Are mermaids immortal? That's one of the questions we got. We can live a lot longer than people, so I'm 134. So that's a little older than people. Let's see. Who else? Alora? Yeah, Alora's right. My bathtub is way too small. It's also International Mermaid Day, if you didn't know today. How can mermaids be on land and in water? Well, I'm a half mermaid. That means that I can spend half of my time on land and half of my time in the water. And as long as I get back into the water, I'll be okay. Have you ever seen H2O? It's kind of like that. Once I get wet, my legs come back. There is a video of my friend Hannah the Mermaid swimming with sharks on YouTube. There's a video of me with sharks, but I don't have my mermaid tail with the sharks. But if you search YouTube and you search Hannah Mermaid swims with sharks, you will find some beautiful, crazy, amazing videos. Any other questions before we end? You hope I'll do another live stream too. Me too, but this took a lot to plan. So I might need to come up with some new ideas of things to do. It went pretty quickly, didn't it? I'm having so much fun. I'm sorry that the sound didn't work at the beginning. Hopefully we can get that figured out. Okay, well, my fishies, I think it's time to say goodbye. And I really hope I get to see you again. And you know what I like to say? Best fishes! Fish kisses! Can you do fishy faces? Oh, it's so nice to relax in my tub. I think I hit the drain. I'm losing water! Merwrangler Sean!
Nope, I think we're gonna flush you.
I need a pool. Let's start a GoFundMe for Raina to have a pool. You need to end the live stream.